Hey guys, 732 Review Crew back. It's Mikey here, and I'm back with another episode of Frieren. This time on Frieren, they're going on a date, and it's going to be super cute. So I cannot absolutely wait. It's funny because before I sat down to watch this, I got a text message from Mike, who used to watch with me, and it says, in all caps, "Do you ship them yet, or was today's episode not enough?" To which I responded, "I didn't watch it yet. Watch the reaction to find out." So let's find out. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you check out the Patreon full on. Support goes a long way. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching these videos, comment and like on the videos. Help a long way too. Get me a little bit out there to people who don't know me. And we're starting this one in 3, 2, 1. Oh, the birds are on a date too. She's an alpha change.
フリーレン様、どっちがいいと思いますか？どれでも同じだよ。
A lot of difference.
それより出かける前に髪結んで。
Is there no spell for this?
やめてよ。
You
謝
asked.
るから怒りに任せて三つ編みにしないで。
She's worried, so worried. She's got to be prepared, and he just rolled up looking like he does every day. Oh, say something. Come on, brother. Ah, failure immediately. She looks pretty. She's different outfit, something. I know he's nervous.
だってデートだって。
No pressure, buddy.
あれ、フェルンってこんなに可愛かったっけ?
Yes, have you not?
とにかく行こうぜ。
なんだか動きが硬いですよ。
そんなことねえよ。
She's fluid, he isn't.
それでどこに行くんですか？
市場があるみたいだから行ってみようぜ。
Don't walk faster than her.
フリーレン様も通ってましたね。
大きな町の市場だと珍しい魔道具があることもあるらしいぜ。
He he he.
あの前は魔道具に埋もれて眠っていました。
お嬢ちゃん、今日は可愛い髪型だね。
Who's she meeting?
やっぱりフリーレン様の話になってしまいますね。
他に話題もないしな。
You idiot! Stark, you should do something you like to do also. So fluid.
しかし結構普通のものばかりだな。
Don't walk in front of her.
お姉さん、これください。
仲いいわね。
そろそろお腹空いたろ。あっちに美味しそうな屋台があったぜ。
It's his first date. I gotta give him slack.
あっちにテーブルがあります。
あ、
Catch her, catch her, catch her, catch her, catch her, catch her, catch her.
おっと。
すみません。
確かにその靴歩きにくそうだな。
So many little subtleties. He's blunt, but he's not saying nice things about her on the date, which is I think she's expecting.
どの町にもありますね。
この街でのポーズもかっこよかったな。
Did Frieren have a date with his statue?
結局またフリーレン様の話になってしまいました。物静かでいいところですね。景色も綺麗ですし。
And so are you.
フェルン、もしかしてあまり楽しくなかった？今日はまだ一度も笑っていない。
確かに好みな場所ばかりでしたけれども、なんだかシュタルク様らしくなかったです。
実はフリーレンに選んでもらったんだ。
That's why I didn't feel like him.
せっかくのデートだから。
Cute. That's what you have to say.
確かに今日は少し残念に思いました。とても嬉しいです。私のために
She's smiling.
あの雲ちょっと似てませんか？さっき食べた肉まんです。
俺も思ってた。
Cute. Aww.
繊細孤児だった頃はこんなのんびりできるようになるとは思っていませんでした。
そうだな。
Talk about yourselves.
ハイタ様のおかげですね。
Yes.
れだって師匠のおかげだ。
好き嫌いをしていては強い戦士にはなれんぞ。
なんで俺なんか拾ってくれたんだ？
He remind you of him.
勇者ヒンメルなら
Oh,
そう
never
したから
mind.
だ。
That's a good answer.
なんだか機嫌がいいみたいだね。いいことあっ
She's literally soaked all day.
別に。
ここにもいなかったか。参ったね。
The cat.
どうして笑っているの？
僕は今機嫌がいいんだ。
朝から二人して迷子の猫を探して歩き回っただけじゃん。
そうだね。でも僕は君と
I
二人
imagine
で
they didn't get much one-on-one
楽し
time
かっ
like
た。
this.
期待した通りにいかなくてもその過程が楽しければいい。
Hmm.
そんなことでも
Okay.
人は機嫌が良くなるものなんだ。
Okay. This is why he's Himo the hero. He's him. Mo. Oh.
いたよヒンメル。
間違いない。
Come on. If he the demon king can't catch a cat, that makes sense. Cats are liquid. Her hair braided.
機嫌がいい時の三つ編みだよ。
違いがわかんない。
どう？決まってるでしょ。
本当に違いがわかんない。
Typical male. I work with all women. I need to know this stuff.
あれが北部高原の関所ですか。
随分と物々しいな。
それだけ外が危険だということだよ。
Is Verbal gonna be here? Oh man, I need to see my boy. Please. This is the north. Where is he?
しばらくはまともな補給ができないと思うから、必要な物資を揃えようか。
Bag of holding. Where?
そのカバン見た目よりたくさん入るんだな。
Bag of holding. First mage Fern in the house.
一級魔法使いフェルン様です。
Yes.
フェレンってすごいんだな。
Oh yeah.
一級魔法使いは魔法使いの最高峰だ
That's
から
your
ね。
girlfriend, brother.
危険って言われていた割には普通の場所だな。
Like saying quiet at work.
囲まれたね。
Woo! Immediately, we're getting some budget. Come on. Yikes! Dude's literally evaporating them. Never mind, she is. This is gonna be a montage of all the dangers. That is sick. Snaky snake? Yes. Oh, it's a Medusa type of snake. Ew. The smoke's gonna do something, right? Nope. Oh my god.
死ぬかと思ったぜ。
You were.
3日3晩気が抜けませんでしたからね。
She's having fun. She's smiling.
使っていない小屋がありますので、ご自由にお使いください。代わりと言ってはなんですが、実はこの先の街道に
That's why we're here.
自治を担っている騎士団などでは歯が立たず、
Is it a demon?
ついでに討伐しておくよ。それでいいよね。はい。
こんな危険な場所で暮らす必要はねえんじゃねえか？
It's his home.
ですが、私たちはここで生まれ育ったのです。この土地には家族との思い出がたくさん詰まっています。
Can't just leave it behind, brother.
誰が故郷を捨てられましょうか。
You know this feeling. The sword makes me think it's like a demon. A riderless horse. That's been cut. Oh. Is that its sword? Yes! This feels like Berserk. Woo! Thick skin. It moves so fast. This is why mages have some issues against frontliners. Whoa! Come on, it's dark. Bro, Frieren.
今までのやり方が通じる相手じゃないよ。
Let's go.
そのようですね。では。
Saturation. Protect your girl. Brother. The butterflies. Oh. Frieren. Whoa. Lethal shot. Oh.
シュタルク、動きを。
Yeah, Stark, do your job, buddy. Oh.
ったな。けどそれなら俺だって。
Literally, she's a cannon. Oh, and she protected. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. She protected you. You protected her.
この程度の強さの魔物はこれから山ほど相手にすることになるよ。
これならやっぱりカイロでもよかったんじゃねえか。
She trusts you.
こんな危険な場所ならカイロで迂回すればよかった。
You don't learn that way
だからこそだよ。
to get better.
北部高原にもたくさんの人が住んでいる。僕は自分の故郷を守りたくて勇者になったからね。
北部高原が故郷の人だってたくさんいるんだよ。
確かにそうだな。
Hmm.
今後はパーティーとしての連携をもっと意識していかないとだね。
Stark, get up.
ところでシュタルクはどうして座ったままなの？
別に座ってるわけじゃないぜ。腰が抜けちゃった。
情けない。
仕方ないだ
He's
ろ。
afraid.
死ぬかと思ったぜ。あんなとんでもない魔法。
I love that. God. So I got to talk about them entering the Northern Lands and it being basically like the first thing they encounter is just monsters on monsters that are so hard for them to deal with compared to what we're used to. And they're basically the most basic monster here that was terrorizing a village. Not a basic monster, but one of the demons terrorizing a village here that's not even named and is the most formidable foe we've seen in so long because it's a melee fighter that can torment, that can close the gap on Frieren and Fern really quick. Can do threat identification, threat level identification, can destroy Stark in a 1-to-1. It seemed like pretty much not destroy, but like pretty much give him a good run for his money and take him out. And the only way we get any form of, anything is because Frieren is super strong first off, and Stark was willing to go down for that. His legs gave out, but that's just who he is. He's the person that would give it all for what's happening. Now, that being said, that was a really great fight, really great animation. And I love the idea that we're going through the Northern Lands to help make it better for people, but also you don't get strong enough to fight the Demon King and everything if you don't take the journey. You can't skip the journey and end there. If Frieren and everyone skipped the journey, they wouldn't have been able to fight the Demon King. But whatever, Stark and Fern are doing right now. Fern may be a first-class mage, but she needs battle experience of this caliber. Stark may be able to take out dragons and super strong, but he needs battle experience. And that's what we're getting, and it's pretty cool. Now, I enjoy the fact that there's a date episode. We'll get to that, but the fact that they fought together and he saved her during it, and she saved him after, means the date helped to also push them closer, and that's a nice little bonding moment. They care for each other, and it's amplified. The fact they went on a nice date, even though it wasn't like the perfect date, it was a nice date. And it's how it goes. I mean, you can't expect the two of those characters also to have a perfect date, and I know I was kind of hoping for some stuff. But I mean, they've never been on dates before. They grew up without any type of indication or direction on how to talk to the opposite sex, and the only person that exists to give them any type of information about it right now is Frieren. They had signed before, and he gave a little bit of a pep talk, but Frieren is here, and she's terrible at it herself, and she learns barely, faster than she barely learns faster than anything. She moves very slow. That's the whole point of the show, and I like that because they're awkward on their first date. Stark is too busy worrying about making the perfect date for Fern by doing what they want. He thinks she wants, instead of having fun and doing what they could both do together. And that's why it makes it feel kind of fake. But also, Stark was too busy worrying about the date being perfect to not, say, oh, well, first off, you look pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, your shoe got scuffed. You could have, cleaned it for her. Or asked if she was okay and this and that a little bit more. He did save her, which kind of rebounded really quick. But at the same time, she was expecting a lot because as a girl on her first date, she doesn't have to make most of the moves. The guy does. And Stark has zero direction on that. Like negative direction because of Frieren teaching, and it's Frieren. And like I said, it's extra because there's no guy to teach him the things you're supposed to know. Like tell her she looks pretty. If she looks different, tell her you like her hair. You know, she looked at the jewelry. She picked it up. If a girl looks at something and picks it up, an item, and you're on a date, and it's like a little trinket or something, you buy it for her because it's cute and it's nice, and it makes you. I mean, like, you know, it shows that you can provide, but also that you're thoughtful and you're thinking about what she wants. And you know, at the same time, he immediately also went straight to, "You hungry?" So you got to work to that. You can start a date with food, but the first date like this, when you're teenagers and in a town like this, if I lived in a city that was big, I'd be like, let's walk around and check out the shops and maybe grab a little snack and then we'll have some food. Instead, he was like, food? Because like he didn't know what to do. He was panicking. Once they got alone and they had a conversation and they were basically in a nice, quiet, secluded area, they got to talk about their feelings. And Fern told him that this wasn't the perfect date. And Stark was like, I'm sorry, I asked Frieren. And her just finding out that Stark tried so hard made it a better date, and that's why she was happy, and that changes her mood. You know, we see her smiling after, and it's because she wanted it to be super perfect, and she was sad it wasn't up to her ideals or her standards or her thoughts or, you know, what she wanted. But then she finds out how much effort he put in despite, you know, everything, and that's why it didn't feel like it was Stark taking her on a date. It was, like I said, they were doing everything she likes to do. You need to do what you both like to do on a date because your partner or your potential partner needs to know who you are, just like you need to know who they are. And it's weird because he was like, I never thought she was this cute, or has she always been this cute? And it's like, weren't you into her a couple episodes ago? Like, she changed her outfit and she looks different, obviously, sure. But like, I thought you were into her. That was a weird thing to say, or just weird for me, because I was like, you know, has she always been this cute? Is one of those things they always say, like in anime, like, you know, or has this person always been this reliable and handsome? It's like you're just realizing it because they're changing their outfit, or, you know, it's that old meme where they put their hair up and put it down, all of a sudden they're beautiful, or they're not a nerd anymore. And she just changed her shirt and her shoes, and instead of him being like telling her, she's like him saying, "You look really cute today," he was like, you look like you're having trouble in those shoes," which is a total teenage guy thing to say. He's very blunt and upfront. I like that. I also like Stark realizing he needs to save people because, you know, he ran away from his homeland, but these people aren't running from their homeland, so he can kind of understand, you know, his dad and his brother, for example, you know, didn't run from their homeland and they stayed and died. So he needs to respect these people for doing that. You can't look down on the people who do the same things as your family, because everything has sense. These are your ancestral lands. You don't give those up without a fight, even if you're living in the most terrible place. Also, super cool. Fern just walks up and they're like, "Man, what are you doing?" And she's like, "First class mage, here you go." And they're like, "Jesus, you're Fern. All right, just go on ahead." And it makes Stark just realize how big first class mages are, because the whole time, I mean, they were talking about it, but Stark was never there for most of the events. So any of the events really, they didn't really tell him probably, so he didn't know the extent of what a first class mage is. And he's not super educated on stuff going on. He's just trying to survive. Speaking of, I love how, I love Eisen was like, "I took you in because that's what Himmel would do." And also, heroes don't complain about what they're eating. So like instilling like the not complaining, which, I mean, he does enjoy sweet food and tasty food and delicious food, but he learned to also just eat what's in front of him. You know, soldiers got to survive. I'm wondering if we're going to find Werbel out here doing stuff, which would be pretty cool. My predictions are we're going to see Werbel. Fern and Stark will continue to have cute moments and get closer and eventually have a kiss moment. And Frieren is going to power scale, basically, and be a god. What I mean by that is that she's quite literally, if she wanted to, she could 1v1 a lot of these things and destroy a lot of these things, but because she's with these people, she wants to have a journey and she wants to have a story. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm Mikey. Make sure you check out Patreon. The full-on support goes a long way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment on the video. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're liking this, and like the video also, because all that support does go a long way with helping me get out to other people and helping, you know, the algorithm. So thank you. Take care. Be well and be safe.